Previously on Mason's ADV.
Woo! Is this really loose or is it just me? The road. Okay, I got a tire going down, boys. Something's wrong. I'm stopping. I'm sorry. It's my rear.
Oh, good.
I can hardly drive her. Oh my God.
Oh, it's like flat now.
She's done, yeah.
In this episode, we're going to continue on with our day 2 and our ride from Espanola to Bala, where we were spending the night.
Well, I gotta spend some money this week, boys. I'm gonna get a helmet and I'm gonna get speakers. I have to sort this out. This is awful. I'm sorry. And rolling.
So as we continued on from what was supposed to be our last stop of the day, a splash of fuel before our last leg into Bala, I could never have guessed what was still to come. My Sena headset was still acting up, but other than that, everything was running well at this point.
I just now remembered to pump up my rear brake. That shows you how often I use it. That was a bump.
On your the top of your bike, Venom?
Yeah.
It says don't exceed 160 kilometers an hour.
Yeah,
Will that bike do that?
I think it would, yeah. I haven't taken it up to one. I've been up maybe 140, 140 something probably.
That's scary.
I don't think this thing would feel very stable at 150 or 60 with
I don't
that.
think so. I wouldn't do it. On the rally bikes, they're doing 170 wide open. Oh, great moonshine and made another one. Oh, I could have made this one too. I could have made that one.
I don't even remember seeing that one.
It's 101 kilometers to the exit.
Yeah, this is enjoyable today. I was, after the last time we did it, I was dreading it, but this is actually really pleasant.
Can we get a Mason's ADV bobblehead?
Oh, that'd be good. I know where to buy those. But not Mason's ADV yet.
Oh,
But I do know a place that makes them.
That road looked really nice, guys.
It did. Here, you want to move up ahead of me? Take a look. You want to get up here? Just taking a look. Your tire is fine.
So for some reason in the last 40 kilometers, my bike's developed a serious squirm. It was next to impossible to track a straight line with it. It just felt like it was all over the road. I thought I had a tire going down again, so I pulled up for Benham to have a look, but he said everything was good. But one thing was for sure, I wasn't going to be able to hold the speeds we had been running at.
I can see him squirming.
It's sure made for a crazy ride.
Pull over when you can. I see it. Let's drop it down. Drop it down. Let's slow down, guys. Melon, slow down. Take it. Yes. I can see it.
So we took the next exit and got off the highway, pulled off to the side of the road to have a look. I was starting to wonder if I didn't have a bearing going, so that was something we were going to check. And the other thing we found was that my tires were extremely hot, hotter than usual. Now on this trip I was running the Kenda big blocks, which was a first for me. They had only been on the bike for about 1,000 kilometers, and up until now I had only ever run the TKC 80s. Now they had never given me any trouble, certainly didn't produce a wobble at high speed, and also ran fairly cool in comparison to these, so I didn't really have a datum point to go by. Of course no one else was running the same tire either. We had the Tractionators on shooters, and Benham was running a TKC 80.
No, I could see what was happening to him. He was riding and he was doing this.
Yeah, but mine got into this.
Yeah.
Way up by Sudbury and had to stop. It's really hot. Not like even the rim.
Like mine's not hot. It's warm. My rim's not hot at all.
So after checking tire pressures, having a look at the bearings, it was obvious that there was nothing wrong with the bike. It had to be something inherent to the tire.
Well, I'm going to drop in behind you, okay?
So at this point, with a little bit of peace of mind at least, there was nothing to do but to carry on. Even with dropping our speeds back to around 90 kilometers an hour, it still would set up into this awful oscillation. Didn't matter whether I accelerated or braked, I just couldn't get it to straighten out. The funny part about looking back at this is at this point I thought I was really holding the guys up. Little did I know what was still to come.
You can have my TKC 80s in my garage when we get back.
And just like that I lose power, just like running out of fuel. So over to the side of the road, and I swung it into reserve, but that didn't seem to fix anything, so eventually I had to come to a stop.
It does, I can really smell it. You smell like a classic car.
We're gonna put the left exit.
So the plan of attack was to get off this highway, try to find somewhere where I could tear into the carbs and have a look at what was going on.
You can't go any faster?
Unfortunately, we were a long way from the next exit, so it was a bit of a crawl along the shoulder.
That's all we can do.
I found that by running with the choke on, I could get it up to a relatively decent speed, at least to make some time.
We'll all have our day. It's okay, we're doing okay. The highway's not that busy. If we can keep going like this, we'll be fine. I'd prefer to be moving than standing still anyway. No, we're okay. Yeah, that was literally the longest gap between exits I think we've seen.
So once we were finally off the highway, we were able to find a little gas station to pull into so I could do a teardown of the carbs and see what was going on. It was obvious that the long run had made something float up in the float bowl and plug one of the jets. It was just a matter of tearing into it and having a look. So with the sun setting low, we were finally off to do the final little stretch, about 40 minutes into Bala, where we were fortunate enough to have a cabin to stay in and a meal prepared, even if we were a bit late. Okay, well, good morning, everyone. Mason here with Venom, Shooter, and Melon 1, and this starts day 3 of our trip leg. Today we're headed home from Bala after a very exciting day yesterday where I had a flat tire and required a carb rebuild on the side of the road. Not a carb rebuild, that's not right, but a carb cleaning. And made it back to Bala last night, considerably later than we wanted to be, but we're met by Shooter's sister and brother-in-law and good friends of theirs, and they fed us, and we had a bunkie to sleep in and a shower, and it was fantastic. So thank you very much, everybody, for the overnight. Greatly appreciated. And now the bike is running fantastic. We're fairly certain that the carb rebuild has fixed the issues with it starving for fuel. However, I am still fighting this tire issue. The Kenda big blocks, when we're spinning them this morning, have a bit of a lump in them. And now I don't know whether they were like that when I bought them, or whether running the 400 series
has hurt them somehow, but both front and rear have a lump, which translates to a vibration, and at, you know, around 110 starts to get pretty wiggly on the road. So unfortunately I'm kind of limping home today, but everyone's been fantastic at helping me out and putting up with me, because it's all about me this trip. Well, that was a seriously interesting weekend. For one that we couldn't even get a plan together for, sure turned into an adventure, didn't it? Freaking epic. Hey guys, if you liked that video, hit the thumbs up button for us. It goes a long way towards helping out the channel. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button in the upper corner for new videos every Sunday. Be glad to have you along for the ride.